So Grandpa Dassoulas had, closer? Okay. Grandpa Dassoulas had a 3-vessel cabbage at the age of 87, so that was just a couple years ago. Shortness of breath and chest pain were cramping his style and getting in the way of his golf game. And I brag about this story to my friends and colleagues because I think it sort of epitomizes the Dassoulas way, which he established and lots of other people talked about tonight, and then handed down through the generations. So for those of you unfamiliar, a CABG, CABG is an acronym for coronary artery bypass grafting. When they started putting stents in people's hearts about 20 years ago, it became less frequent to do. But stents are placed in a minimally invasive way, and they open up the clogged plumbing and the patient's on their way. However, Grandpa's heart was not amenable to stenting, and CABG was recommended. So the typical patients that have this done are in their 60s, they're in poor health from smoking and bacon eating and so forth. But Grandpa at the age of 87 was healthier than any of these people. So just to give you an idea of this undertaking, the surgeon makes a foot-long incision in the middle of the chest, dissects through soft tissue to get to the breastbone, saws the breastbone in half, cracks the breastbone, and moves each half of the rib cage off to the side to expose the beating heart. The surgeon then goes on pump where the heart is no longer pumping blood throughout the body. There's a machine that does that for you. Blood vessels from the leg or the arm are used to bypass the narrowed areas in the heart for the blood vessels that actually go to the heart. Somewhere between 4 and 8 tiny new plumbing connections are hand sewn and with very small needles and suture. The surgeon comes off pump and the heart begins perfusing blood throughout the body. The breastbone is wired back together again, literally with wires in almost a medieval sense, and the incision is closed. As you can imagine, there's a whole host of opportunities for this to not go well. So sure, it was a little risky, but when a Dassoulas decides to do something, it will happen. Whether it be to swim across the Chesapeake Bay, or go to Ranger School, or start your own business or company, that's pretty standard fare on any Dassoulas resume. Build a house, be a career artist, win the Cold War. It's a family of determined, intelligent, and highly accomplished individuals that started with him. So most important than any of these innumerable accomplishments that we could brag about tonight is the establishment of a family built on a foundation of love. I had the privilege of growing up in a family where we sat around at Sunday dinners, genuinely engaged and interested in each other's lives, where we would look into the sky and see Mars and Saturn, the Big and Little Dipper, ballet danced around the room to beautiful songs played on the piano, all from memory somehow, play outside and walk a special dog named Jake up and down the road. And of course, I'm sure all the little people in the room, I don't know if there still are any, can attest to this, fall asleep on the magic shoulder. So, thank you for all this.